Hey everybody, how you doing? Today we talk about the movie The Touch of Satan, and this movie came out like in the early '70s, and I really like this movie. I thought it was one of those fun throwbacks. Like it's really an old school movie. It's like grindhouse drive-in movie theater style fun, you know. And if you into like satanic genre horror movies and movies about witches being burnt at stake, something like Devil's Reign, and there've been a lot of movies like this anyway, like Devil Reigns or anything with the witches that in horror movies. You've seen so many of them. This is actually the first time I'm watching this one, and I'm surprised I never heard of this one because I've seen a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? And The Touch of Satan is it's more drama and has a romance between the guy coming to this town and he meets this beautiful farmer's daughter, and later on she reveals that she's a witch. The guy didn't want to believe her that she's a witch, and in between all that, you also have she lives with her sister, who happens to be like a burnt old lady, which is gonna be revealed like in the middle part of the movie anyway, so it's not really a spoiler. But you find out that the sister, she's young, but she looks like an old woman, but she's crazy. Like she goes around killing people, and her family, her father, her mother, has to try and cover it up, you know. And while in the movie, it's really more of the between love interest between the male out of towner and the woman and the young daughter, and later on you find in the flashback that like they were very old. They lived, I think I would say maybe like the late 1800s probably, or early 1800s. Like she's like 127 years old, like, and so you see this long flashback how this woman became a witch because her sister was being accused of witchcraft, and that's when she decided to make the deal with the devil and become a witch to save her sister and use her powers to curse the town pretty much. And later on, the love for the man when he leaves, you know, even though he witnessed her second sister killing people, they captured him, but he loves the woman so much, like he was scared, but then he didn't run away or anything. He stood his ground, and then later on, he drives off, and then he comes back, which I was like, come on, this has to be a horror. You gotta have a horror ending in this movie. And yeah, this movie does have a horror ending. Anything with the devil, usually you have a horror ending. The devil's ending. But The Touch of Satan, I enjoy this movie because like I said, it's old school, it's drive-in style, it's grindhouse style. It even had the static film mark around the movie, you know. And I saw this on Tubi TV, of course. And I'm sure this is on YouTube also, which you can catch for free. I'm sure this is like a public domain movie. I don't know if they did a 4K on this, but you know what? Honestly, when it comes to stuff like this, I really don't want to watch anything 4K or high definition. I like that grindhouse old school feel, you know, that '70s era grind staticky. Like it doesn't bother me because I do find myself enjoying this movie. I feel like the acting was good in this movie. It wasn't like shallow in my opinion. It was silly. It was silly also how the second sister act. You know, going on killing spree. Only like yeah. I mean, people do die in this movie, and I think that scenes are pretty good. Like it's pretty gory for what it was for its time. You know how it looks, and the way the second sister act. You know, she was psychotic. She was crazy, especially when the which woman wanted the man to believe in the devil. The man refused to believe in it, but he still loves this woman even though she's a witch. But yeah, so it's like a horror love story. Yeah, let's put it like this: a horror love story, and it's really, to me, it was really well done in my opinion. So, The Touch of Satan, definitely check it out if you're into this type of stuff. Anyway, peace. See you later, guys and gals, and over and out.